to Zegami Beauty. My name is Krisha. Welcome back to my channel. Thanks for joining me today. We have another review video, another drop or launch, which really exciting because there haven't really been a lot of releases this spring and summer. So this was really exciting to see. Natasha Denona dropped another eyeshadow palette and then another cheek palette for summer. These two palettes I purchased at Sephora. They're also available on her website. Being in Canada, Sephora is the best option for me. Came within actually 2 days of ordering, so it was released on Tuesday. It came by Thursday, which is amazing. $87 for the palette, which is one of the smaller pan palettes, just like her Sunrise palette and the Love palette that was released in February. And then her cheek palette was $73 Canadian. So standard pricing for her products. Beautiful packaging, very bronzy, very summery. You open it up and there you have your beautiful palette. It is just, it's so stunning. Very summery. We're gonna do some swatches right away. I'll just show you guys. Again, the packaging is very bronzy, summer vibes, absolutely. Copper tones, bronzy tones, and then we have the cheek palette. Not a traditional cheek palette with this one. We're gonna create this look that I have on right now, and I'll kind of go over what this palette I feel is intended for. Yeah, we'll kind of go over how I feel about it. And before we get into the swatches, I invite you to subscribe to my channel, as well join me on Instagram at Zegami Beauty. And again, thank you so much to everyone who has been subscribing, who has subscribed. It just means so much to me, and I'm having a lot of fun growing this channel. So definitely don't hesitate if you want to see more videos going forward. And yeah, let's do some swatches. So starting with the top row left to right, True Copper, which is a metallic, Suntan Creamy Matte, Sundown Creamy Matte, Deep Dive, which is CP, I'm guessing Creamy Pigment, Rhodium, which is Duochrome. Next row, Magma Creamy Matte, High Degree Metallic, Alloy Duochrome, Ridge Creamy Matte, True Bronze, which is the Crystal Top Coat. Third and final row, Gloaming, which is Duochrome, Palladium, which is Metallic, Bliss is a Duochrome, Silk a Metallic, and Beach is a Creamy Matte. Stunning, stunning. Let's go into now the palette, and we're gonna also do swatches from top row left to right and then bottom row left to right. So on the top row, we have the Bounce Cream Glow and then the Bounce Cream Blush. Bottom row, we have the Super Glow Bronze and the Super Glow Nude. These are just beautiful. I will obviously give you my final thoughts after I do the demo. I'm so excited to show you guys how I achieved this look. It is so easy, so beautiful, and no more chatting. Let's just get into the demo. Okay guys, so I have my base down, my brows, and a little bit of contour as well. So here we have the beautiful colors. I think I want to do something a little bit smokier. We'll kind of see. There's a lot of colors to choose from, but they're all kind of in that same coppery family, minus a couple of the smokier shades. So I'm going to just take a typical crease brush and go in with the color Beach. So that one right there. So let's just put that one in the crease. And blending in like a dream. And this is kind of those colors that I really like to use, where it's sort of that orangey toned crease color, because like I said, I have that natural kind of orange yellowness in my crease, so it really flatters. The next color I'm going to go into, the pinky shade here, Bliss. And I'm just going to use more of a kind of shader brush. So it's pretty, but I think I need to use my finger. And I think that's pretty standard with a lot of her shimmery shades, I find. They just kind of work better with the finger. I'm going to take some of that color Beach again and dip a little bit of Ridge as well, which is a little bit more mustardy. And then I'm just going to kind of work it into the crease a little bit, just to warm it up a little bit more. Then I'm going to take a little bit more of a compact shader brush. I really want to play with the color Rhodium. It's a little bit more cool toned right there, and it kind of shifts a little bit. So we'll see what we can do with this. mostly just on that top outer edge. And then whatever's left, again, I'm just going to pull it out of it. So it definitely gave a little bit of dimension to that other shadow, and it sort of made it look a little bit more smoky. Oh, I really like that. That's really pretty. I was gonna do a crease brush, but I think I'm gonna take that same more shader brush and go into a Magma, which is also very warm. And I'm just going to deepen up that outer edge a little bit more. They are powdery, but like smooth powdery. They're not like overly fluffy. The powders, they still stick to the brush, and whatever little bit of excess is there is very, very little. Okay, and I think I want a little bit of that as well. So Magma, just dipping just ever so slightly, like just barely, and then just kind of filling in the crease a little bit. So something a little bit pointed and fluffier, and I really want to blow this out a little bit more. So I'm going to go in with Sundown, which is the third sort of matte lighter shade right there. And I'm going to pick that one up and then just really blow out just kind of that whole outer edge. This one's super powdery and it's kind of almost looking too much in there, but we'll see. It blends just beautifully. But I may have gone a little overboard. Okay, beautiful. Now it does look a bit intense now. Once I put my, mascara on, I line my eyes, I think it'll be just fine. So we're gonna do something a little bit special on top. I think I'm gonna use, the really sheer one probably. So kind of almost the topper shade, which is True Bronze. And we'll just top off the whole thing with this. I tried using as many shades as I could, but I mean at some point it'll start looking muddy if I go too crazy, so I think I'm gonna stop right there. So again, very much a topper shade, just kind of gives that really, really wet look. Now I'm gonna take that really small brush again, I'm gonna clean it off just a bit, and take that really, really pink shade Bliss, which normally I was having on my fingers, put it down on the lower edge a little bit. Yeah, just right in the middle. And then I'm gonna take that shimmery shade, not the topper, but actually a different one, Silk. And I'm gonna put that just a little bit on the inner lower part. Love it, love it, love it. Now, instead of using my MAC Carbon, I'm just gonna line my eyes with the dark color that's in here. It's a very, very creamy matte shade called Deep Dive. So, and we'll see how it works as a liner, because usually my go-to, like I said, is MAC Carbon. I love that shade. It is so creamy. It is such a creamy, dark shade that you can be precise with it, and you don't have to worry that it's just going to blow out too much. You can kind of really smoke it out in such, I feel, a small area, which I'm gonna try to do some more looks down the road, but I think this is all I'm gonna do for, okay, you know what, let's just do it. Let's take a little bit of that really, really dark shade, so Deep Dive again on a compact brush, and just see if we can smoke out the upper lash line a bit. This is intense. I wasn't gonna go this intense. Yeah, I was right. So you put just a little bit of it on and it doesn't move too much because it's not too powdery. It's almost like, it's essentially almost kind of like a cream. And it just has that beautiful dimension. It's dark enough, it's cool toned enough to work as a nice liner and shader shade, like a deepening shade. Wow, that's stunning. I think this is just, I kind of like this palette more than I thought I would. Like swatching it, I was kind of like, oh my god, all the shades are, they're kind of so similar, and yeah, they are kind of all in that same really warm toned family, but wow, beautiful. Okay, I'm gonna go put on some mascara and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back, mascara's on and I went crazy with it. So Marc Jacobs at Lash'd, which, you guys, this mascara is like, I don't know, it's a mascara lover's dream. It is just, It is just something else. It is something else. And then How Appropriate Copper Charge by Charlotte Tilbury liner in my lower waterline, the shimmery shade, and just a little bit of that darker burgundy shade on the outer edge. Works perfectly. And I found a fault with this palette for me. There isn't a champagne-y light colored shade that can stand out as a bit of a highlight shade. So essentially it's for me, and I mean obviously Natasha Denona is the creative director of her stuff, like she's obviously has intentions for whatever she does. For me, I am missing a champagne shade, so something less golden and just something a little bit more neutral, sort of like a lot of shades she has in her other palettes. I'm gonna go grab it 1 second. So she has it in her Camel palette, so the lighter shade there. She has it in her mini nude palette, so she has a champagne-y shade there, which would work beautifully to, again, highlight the inner corner, as well as the brow bone. And then she has it in her mini glam as well, right there. So she puts it in most of her palettes, and I really feel what could have been done is these two shades, to me, are quite similar. Like this one's obviously way more sparkly. I would have kept this one in here. Personally, this one's a little bit more muted, so let's just flip it over. So this one here, Silk, absolutely gorgeous, but it's still really warm. It's still on the darker side. To me, it doesn't work for my inner eye anyways. Maybe on a more tanned, darker skin, probably would. And again, you can still use it on your inner eye, and it's just gonna give you a little bit more of a sort of tan, sunny, I don't know, natural look. Like it's still gonna have its effect. It's just not gonna have that pop that I like. And then you have Alloy, which Alloy is definitely more of a gilded color. It's not so much shimmery and pow. And I don't know, I think I could have done without that one. Personally, if I had a choice, I probably would have replaced that with something a little bit lighter, a little bit champagne-ier to use as a pop, maybe for like the kind of like right in the middle there of the eyeball, and then for the inner corner and brow bone. So that's just me. I am gonna go in with my Carbon eyeshadow pen and just highlight the inner corner. That just finishes off the look, and I can't really do it with this, so I am gonna grab, see, I'm gonna have to pull into another palette. Not the end of the world, quite obviously. So I'll just go into the Camel palette and use that to highlight. And then I'm gonna take a little bit of Beach again, really tap it off, and then just sort of blend out those edges a little bit. So really blown out look. I absolutely love it. I think it's so pretty. Going to put in a little bit, or put on a little bit of Chanel Soleil Tan de Chanel. Okay, I'm going to put on a bit of blush. So this is her blush palette, and this one is in Citrus. We're gonna go in with the cream blush, so just that one right there. Okay, we're gonna put on a little bit of a powdery blush on top, which is this bottom color here. And then we're gonna go into the bronze cheek palette. So this is sort of, I would say, more of a bronzer topper situation because it's all about the glow with this palette. There's the two kind of bouncy cream products at the top, so a lighter kind of more highlight shade, a little bit of a darker blush topper shade, both creams, and then you get sort of this not really cream, not really powder, but sort of a gilded product where it's kind of just, again, a glowy kind of enhancing product, and then you get quite a shimmery bronzy or bronze topper here. So not a real bronzer in here, which is why I probably should go in with the actual bronzer first, just to be on the safe side. So I'm going to use my Guerlain Matte Bronzer in medium. Let's go in with maybe the bronzer topper, or like creamy blushy shade. This is technically called a Bounce Cream Blush. So pretty. It just kind of gives this really sheeny, glossy effect. Okay, then I'm going to go in with the more bronzy gilded shade. Oh, it's so glowy. Wow, so pretty, so pretty. I'm going to take something a little bit fluffier, probably my fluffy kind of powder brush, and just gently tap it on that bronze topper. Gently, gently, gently. That one's a bit scary. definitely more pigmented. So for my skin tone, sort of like, it's not really fair, but more on the light side, you definitely want to be just gentle. Wow, that's beautiful. So glowy. I like this palette more than I thought I would. Oh my goodness. So, and the powder goes over top of the kind of creamier product easily. That creamy product in here goes over top of my blush combination. There's no skipping, there's no rubbing off. It's just laying beautifully. So I'm gonna put on a lip, fix my hair, and come right back. Okay, I'm back, you guys, channeling some serious Farrah Fawcett vibes. Love it. Okay, so we have my lip on now, which is the Bite Beauty Tatin, but I think you pronounce it Tatin. I don't know, I'm trying to be fancy here, but I don't know. And then I topped it with the Selena lipstick from the collection, which just actually got, I believe, restocked. So as of today, it's still restocked on their website. And this is in Selena Vive on top, just to kind of give it, it's a great topper for summer because it just tones down a really bright color and gives it sort of that summery tan vibe. So I'm gonna come in close just to show you guys the eye look, sort of up close. It is stunning. I love it. Again, because the colors when you open it, they all look quite in that same family because essentially it's a bronze palette, so the copper tones, the gold tones. But once you start playing with it, the fact that the formulas between the colors are quite unique. Your mattes are pretty standard in there. Then you get some of those creamy mattes. Some of them are slightly, like I said, more gilded. Some are a little more sparkly. Some are quite very shimmery. And then you get your toppers. It's beautiful. It's a really, really well done palette. Minus the champagne shade. Oh, I'm not gonna let go. But you know what I realized, you guys? So exciting. These pop out. Obviously, these pop out. So we can take a color from her other palettes, whether it's the Sunrise palette, whether it's her recent Love palette. Those ones do have kind of a champagne lighter shade in both of them, I believe. And I can just pop it out. I'm not saying you guys have to because you're probably not as, maybe, I don't know, picky or whatever. But I don't know, I think I'm gonna do that because I'm missing that shade and I don't always want to reach for another palette. I don't know, you know, I don't know. So anyways, the cheek palette honestly is just so beautiful, and I forgot to put on the lightest one, the highlight one, so we're gonna do that right now really, really quick. And what this palette is it gives you the wet skin effect. This is you in a humid environment where your skin is naturally dewy because it is freaking sweaty and hot and humid outside. This is what this replicates. You're not gonna get a blinding highlight out of this, absolutely not, unless you top it with a powder highlight, which I would do that too, but I'm not doing it for this video. I just wanted to show the fact that it just gives a glossy, wet look, and you can keep going. You can keep putting it on. What she did for summer with this is just a wet skin look, and these formulas just go on top of other products so seamlessly. Like it looks beautiful. Okay guys, so final thoughts on these two palettes. Amazing, breathtaking, honestly a summer dream, and the way that these achieve that really, really sultry, summery, tanned effect is just, I don't know, there's no words, it's so beautiful. It's way more beautiful than I thought it was gonna be when I swatched it. Easy to blend, you know, easy to achieve a look regardless of your skill level. I'm not a makeup artist, and I feel I can get so many really, really pretty looks without putting in too much thought. And of course, if you want to be more adventurous, you can do that, and you can definitely create some really interesting looks, but lots of everyday looks as well. So to go from natural to nighttime so easily. This, very impressive because it gives you that, as like I said earlier, that wet look. Easily, again, easily. You don't have to work hard to achieve that effect, and you don't have to worry about texture. I just received, or just reviewed actually, the MAC Bronze Collection, and while I love the eyeshadow that I got, I love the lipstick that I got, that strobe cream, way too editorial for every day. It has a stickiness to it, and I'm not gonna use that on a daily basis. I just won't. And this you can, and not have to worry about anything sticking to your face. You don't have to worry about it sliding off because it stays on. It's a cream, but like almost a cream to powder. Like I said, that really gilded type of texture. So it stays on perfectly, it layers perfectly. Okay guys, I can't stop gushing about this product, but it's just so beautiful and really, really highly recommend it for you guys to look at. Hopefully we can't swatch. Never mind, you can't swatch. So I know, for example, if it's something you don't like, I'm sure the return policies are good because of the current situation where we can't actually go in store to play with the items. But really lovely palette. I love it very much. All the best to you guys. Take care of each other. Peace and love to all of you, and I'll talk to you soon.